there, freaks and ghouls, slashers and psychopaths, scaredy cats and scaredy dogs. I'm your horror host with the motherfucking most, Headless Glen, and welcome to Graveyard Grumblings, where I talk about whatever the fuck I want. Note, this video is part of a series, and while watching the first video is no longer necessary, as I rectified a lot of the scaling in the second video, that video, Skinner the Mountain Buster, is required viewing to fully grasp this video. Anyway, today we are going to evaluate a final Ratatouille character in terms of strength. The one I refer to as the god of the verse for a reason. The sous chef, Horst, a man that has done time and is as mysterious as most. Now, he has said the time he served was for many different things, all of which are meant to be somewhat plausible, as no one calls him out for it. Horst, the man who potentially made a hole in the ozone layer, and again, this feat is seemingly plausible as it is never contested or implied in the film that he can't or is lying about his capabilities. It isn't even inconsistent, as it's a bit of a low end for the verse, if you actually attempt to calculate it. Note, I'm not actually sure how to go about calculating it, but here we go. The ozone seemingly absorbs 98% of the harmful energy that hits Earth, with 173,000 terawatts actually hitting Earth. Converting to joules and multiplying by 98%, we get 1.6954 times 10 to the 17th joules. And then, for the whole, the surface of Avignon is 64.78 kilometers squared. So, making a hole that large compared to Earth's surface is about 0.00001%, which, when multiplying by our result, only gets about 2.1530 times 10 to the 10th joules, or only large building level. A real letdown, huh? The real feat he has is one-shotting my boy Skinner with just his thumb. Now, what could be argued, his use of his thumb here means that it is the killing of a man with just his thumb that is the real reason he did time. And if so, while it may make his ozone statement unlikely, though even if he did do it, it is seen as possible for him to do, this actually becomes a feat for Skinner not dying. You see, humans in Ratatouille are all treated as threats to rats, possibly implying all humans within the film's universe should scale to the large mountain level one-shotting rats tier. Horst, however, can easily kill these potentially large mountain level beings with just his thumb, and thus should easily be considered the top tier of the verse, with Skinner surviving a possibly not holding back thumb attack from Horst, though he still got one shot and shouldn't really scale, which this one shot easily should be 10 times the 10 times brown rat level discussed in my last video, or about 4.3514 times 10 to the 19th joules, or island level, and that is just Horst's thumb, which, given a few studies, has a volume of at least 0.03 liters, as opposed to the total volume of a human being around 87 liters. That is a 2,900 times difference. Assuming Horst is able to use all of his body, that would actually get us a result of 1.2619 times 10 to the 23rd joules, or country level. Even cutting that number in half or cutting it into a fourth, still gets in those country-level ranges. Needless to say, Horst, if he ever really tried, with more than just his thumb, which, again, can already one-shot anyone in the verse, would basically make him the Saitama of Ratatouille, blowing people apart to bloody chunks with singular punches. Now, he's one-shotting some live-action versions of the Hulk, wrecking the novel versions of Uber Jason, along with most slashers, perhaps even some anime protagonists. With all that said, he destroys Eyeless Jack, as everyone expected, and y'all should stay frosty, you fucks.